Hello boys and girls. Today I thought we should do something a little bit different. I always do gaming, but I wanted to present an AI situation or solving a riddle with ChatGPT. Is it 3.5 or 4? I don't know. Anyway, it's this version of ChatGPT here. So I asked the chat, you want to solve a brain teaser? Of course, I love brain teasers. Hit me with your best ones. I found this on Facebook. I thought it interesting, and I just wanted to see how ChatGPT would handle it, because it was hard for me. How far apart are the poles? The poles are 50 meters tall. The cable is 80 meters long. There's a slack here of 10 meters. How far apart are they? So I just uploaded the image. So the AI didn't per se get the text entered into the prompt. It just got a picture. And I didn't know if the AI could read the text and numbers from the picture. And I suppose it can. Because great puzzle. Let's break it down step by step. Two poles are each 50 meters tall. That's correct. A cable of length 80 meters is suspended between them. That is correct. So apparently ChatGPT can read text on pictures. The lowest point of the cable is 10 meters above the ground. That is correct. We need to find the horizontal distance between the poles. Yes. How far apart are the poles? That's correct. The assumption here, okay, the AI makes a very complex hyperbolic function solution here and comes to the wrong conclusion. The poles are about 60 meters apart. I know this because I checked other fairly simple answers on Facebook, and I understand, this is kind of a trick to this. Would you like a more detailed mathematical breakdown, or is this estimation sufficient? And this is very advanced math with curves and stuff, and it's incorrect. So I asked them, because I got the easy trick correct solution from Facebook. What if the sag of the rope is 40 meters and the distance is between the poles is 80 meters? That means the rope hangs down 40 meters and then it hangs up 40 meters, and the poles are just right next to each other actually. That is the trick. And the AI goes on to say, great observation. If the sag of the rope were equal to 40 meters, it would mean that the lowest point of the cable is at ground level. No, that's not correct. It's 10 meters above the ground. And the two poles would be effectively touching each other. Yes, that is the trick. They are right next to each other. This leads to an intuitive conclusion. If the sag increases, the poles get closer together. If the sag decreases, the poles move further apart. Yes, that is correct. In this extreme case, where the sag equals half the total cable length, the poles are effectively at the same point. Yeah. So when I give him the very easy Facebook, what do you call it, intuitive solution, the AI just catches up. So this is what I found interesting. I'm not here to prove that the AI was incorrect. I just wanted to discuss a bit with the AI after this. It's tricky for the human eye because the picture lies and show a distance between the poles. Let's show it here. You see, the poles are not next to each other. So like a human intuition. I show a distance between the poles, but the numbers give them sitting next to each other. So intuition is thrown off. And the AI says, exactly, the image tricked the brain because it visually suggests that there must be some distance between the poles, even though the numbers tell a different story. So the AI understands that the humans are being tricked by this picture. Our intuition expects some separation, while human intuition. But mathematically, if the sag is half the cable length, 40 meter sag for 80 meter cable, the poles must be touching. It's a classic case where our eyes deceive us, but the numbers don't. This kind of problem is great for testing logical reasoning versus visual perception. It's like an optical illusion, but with math. Yeah, very good, right? So now I ask, I don't know quite what to call him. I feel like I'm talking to a person. I know it isn't, but I want to be polite. I don't want to be impolite to the AI. It's really weird how you feel about this intelligent software. Would an AI GPT as yourself look at the photo of the riddle or just focus on the words? Like the pure numbers. Would you be tricked by the distance of the poles shown differing from the solution, just like a human shown in the picture? And the AI answers, I don't see images the way humans do. I process them based on patterns and descriptions. So I wouldn't be visually tricked by the misleading perspective in the image itself. However, if I were only given the picture without the numerical details, I might assume, like a human, that the poles are some distance apart, because that's how they appear. Right. But when analyzing the actual numbers, I rely purely on logic and math. That's where I'd immediately recognize that if the cable is yada yada, no room for illusion there. Which is funny because the AI right above actually made a mistake at first, but here's like, oh yeah, I would have solved that easily. So while an AI wouldn't see the trick, it might make the same assumption as a human if given only the misleading visual cue. So yeah, it says that if I can see the picture with the poles being apart, I don't care about that. Humans do, but I don't. I just check the numbers and the logic. Yeah, and I answered that makes sense. Yeah, it's a cool example of how human intuition can be tricked by visuals, while an AI or a human who focuses purely on their numbers avoids the illusion. Our brains rely on a lot of assumptions from what we see, which usually helps us, but sometimes, like it leads us astray. And then the AI asks if I want to do more puzzles. It kind of hurt my brain just to talk with a software that is so human-like or intelligent, but I felt like, geez, dude, you got me here. I don't want to do this anymore with you. You're too smart for this. I'm too dumb, because I barely understood. I would not have guessed that the poles were next to each other just by watching this on Facebook. I just saw the answer real quickly and I was like, oh, that was the trick. Anyways, I am fascinated by ChatGPT and other AIs. It's a pretty amazing technology, and if you never tried it out, I encourage you to just go to ChatGPT and test out the free prompts. You just write something, anything in here, and it's real fun. You can have fun. You can talk with it with whatever you want to. Okay, hope you enjoy that. See you next time. Bye bye.